Before we start the show, I want to let you all know the views, opinions, beliefs, and statements expressed are not necessarily those of KBeach Radio and Otaku Hourly. They are, in fact, of the host, guest, and/or caller. KBeach Radio and Otaku Hourly hold no responsibility for the validity and/or accuracy of information. Now, with that out of the way, here we go. Proud to be broadcasting from Cal State University, Long Beach. We are kbeach.org and KBeach FM, 88.1 FM, KKJZ, HD3, Long Beach, Los Angeles. Joining you for coffee at 10 o'clock. This is Otaku Hourly, your backdoor anime hangout.
I'm your show host, Jonathan Joestar Beltran. Here with me today in the studio is my co-host,
Donnie K here.
And our crew members.
The ChuniDex here on the front lines. Marvin, a.k.a. Marth.
I'm Tora.
I'm Wiseman.
If you're catching us on the Facebook Live, it is a packed studio. So we are possibly getting to a fire hazard, but that doesn't matter.
I think we're good. The door's open. And
okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We can run out.
Scratch that. We are actually going to be covering about Anime Expo again, the crew perspective and whatnot. And we have multiple sets of coverages ranging from first-timers, Anisong World Matsuri, a premiere, a 10-year vet, Artist Alley, and then Neon District, and a little bit of LineCon, of course. So, why don't we start things off with the first-timer, Wiseman.
Woo!
Okay.
Yes. You came in. Yeah, you came in.
First time as press.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I want to make this a note. This is his first time at Anime Expo.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, this was about my mini first this year. First time ever at Anime Expo. First time as press for Anime Expo. First time experiencing a LineCon ever.
Oh, man. How was that?
Well, it was interesting because I didn't get as much of the LineCon experience. Because
your trial by fire was soft.
Yeah, as press, we got the same access as premiere.
Mm-hmm. You didn't get to suffer 2 hours waiting for a movie premiere that then Jonathan and John cut in line for and to start crying in the middle of the film for.
Well, you see, that was
Hashtag last year.
Dude, that was a movie worth cutting in line.
You guys didn't even know what it was. You're just like, hey, Tori's here. Let's cut in line with her.
I heard this Japanese dude made a movie. Let's go watch it. So
that was the Your Name premiere. I waited 3 hours in line for.
Did you get in?
Oh yeah, I was like the fifth person in line.
Ooh, yeah,
dedication.
Anyways,
I love him.
Anyways, we'll talk more about LineCon later. Christian, once again, how was your first time at Anime Expo?
It was amazing. I was told I told everything about expect long lines, expect a lot of people, expect a lot of craziness. I tried to remember that, but as soon as I got there on day one. Because day 0 was like the intro to everything.
Yes.
Day 1 was like, oh my damn, there's a lot of people. And it was an enjoyable experience. I had the chance. I'm spoiled now because I can't go again as either press or premiere because I get in front of the lines, but I had the chance to go to all the panels I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge panel goer. I love the panels. I like the premieres. I like things like that. And I had the chance to go to pretty much all of them. And I had a chance to see about 2 of the movie premieres.
Ooh.
And of course, while doing what I like to do, I like talking with people. I had the chance to talk with the attendees of the con. Some of them on mic, some of them not on mic. You had the chance to just go around to different exhibit halls. I got a chance to buy a lot of stuff. I spent about $150 plus.
It's too soft. You need to spend more.
If I had more, I definitely would have.
Now, I remember. We'll talk about this subject more in detail with Tori. You went to Artist Alley and you experienced a money pit. So how did that go?
I mean, the Artist Alley is
real money pit.
yeah.
Like, who cares about exhibit hall? Artist Alley is where you just drop everything.
Yes.
Artist Alley is dangerous. If you go to Artist Alley, bring a set amount of cash. I had a card. Lord, it was so hard to not to. Because there's so much. I love good artists.
Yeah.
Right.
And what they do is definitely worth their money.
Yes.
And there was so many artists that I had a chance to see on the website Diva and Art that I've taken their stuff as screenshots, for my screensavers on my computer, and then I see the actual artists with the actual pictures there, and I'm like, I had to buy them. I had to get the actual. I mean, I don't remember the guy's name, so I can never pronounce the guy's name. But this guy is really huge, I guess, and he did an art for the video game Bravely's Default.
Oh yeah.
And I had to buy that print. It was a beautiful print.
It compelled you.
Yes, I bought a lot of prints. I've bought buttons. I think I bought total 3 prints, one from that guy and 2 from another guy who had a little bit of a deal, 2 for $30, which most of the prints are about $20.
Right.
And so it was. The Artist Alley is really great. The other dangerous spot was the exhibit hall, though. Funimation. I love Funimation. That's Funimation Crunchyroll is what they have most of the anime that I like.
Right.
I decided to spend my money on Funimation, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With Black Butler's related stuff. There's so much more that they had that I wanted to get, but I didn't have the money to purchase.
Now, did you go around exhibit hall? Because I know that's technically Anime's Costco, where you could get free samples of just about everything from each vendor.
I didn't go like I wanted to, mainly because I was on a time schedule. I only really had one day to do my shopping, and so I just went there, got what I wanted, and then I had to go to different panels and things like that. My brother, though, my twin brother Jonathan, my lord, he is the master at getting free stuff. He went to his friend's house, slept there. He went with one bag. By the time he came back to our house, he had 2 of those large bags full of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how?
Is those the Final Fantasy bags?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which were about the size of a person.
Yeah.
You mean a small child? Like a 7-year-old.
A small child can jump up in that and have a what's that thing? A sack race.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're describing it's the size of a person, I'm imagining him just dragging away a body bag full of just merchandise.
Okay. So that concludes Christian's coverage as the first-time attendee. Now we're going to segue into Tori, more specifically about Artist Alley. So, what'd you think?
As someone, this is my 4th Anime Expo from memory, if I remember correctly. And I'm kind of glad they fixed what they did from last year, which was they shoved, what they did this year, they still did it this year, where they shoved all the artists in this kind of like downstairs area next to like all these entertainment facilities. But it wasn't nearly as hot as it was last year. So it was so much more bearable to like walk. Sure, it was like warm, but it wasn't like you were like sweating. Last year you were like sweating walking down there. It was awful. But I live in Artist Alley.
Yeah.
Where's Tora? I'm in Artist Alley. Go find me.
So how was the air conditioning this year? I know because last year was pretty bad.
It was all right. It was about 70s. It was still warm, but it wasn't like boiling hot.
Yeah, I know it. Like in quite a few places, it was downright freezing in there. I had to grab a jacket, my heavy jacket, and put that on. As soon as you walk outside, you're dead because it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad they fixed it up. I have some friends that actually tabled again this year, so I went by, said hi. A lot of the artists are willing to talk to you still, like more like the smaller ones, not really the high end ones, like Yume, Lowao, aren't willing to talk to you as much because they're busy. But like the more smaller ones, you kind of sit there and talk to them. I really like it when artists have people cosplay because it's just really random and cute. there was a guy that did artwork for Skullgirls who was selling his merchandise. He sells a lot of Shin Megami Tensei merchandise, and so my friend stopped by to buy a One Punch Man manga from him, but they were cosplaying as the Doctor and the arms dealer from Persona 5, and it was really cute. It was like, oh. So then, it's kind of fun just to walk around and experience that. Of course, I was only there for one day this year. I didn't go all 4 days. So I only went there for one day, kind of walked around, spent a good arm worth of merchandise on artist stuff. And I mostly sit there and buy like buttons, cute art books. I bought a new lanyard. I'm not really big on prints. I only bought one print because it was my favorite thing of all times, but that was from Exhibit Hall. That's the other thing. A lot of artists aren't actually in Artist Alley. They move up to Exhibit Hall.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed. Christian and I noticed was that some of the artists that we know, they're in Exhibit Hall.
Yeah.
And I find that to be a really surprising thing.
It's the more high-end artists. So Waloop was up there, who did Fate Go stuff. He writes his own manga. Oh. He wasn't actually there. I was sad. Oh. He wasn't actually there, but he has, my favorite picture of Gilgamesh and Saber from Fate Zero up there. So I went, and that's the only print I bought. It was up there. Wisp-Will turned into like a big merchandise thing as herself, but she's still willing to talk to you. She's still really nice, but she's now up in Exhibit Hall. A lot of the like Vietnamese, Asian Pacific artists send people over with their prints, but they're not there themselves.
Wow.
So it's interesting. YouTubers are up there too. An animal artist I like was up there. I didn't see her because I didn't really have time to walk around all of Exhibit Hall in one day. But it was interesting that you can go upstairs and you find all these artists in one corner.
Yeah, and because I know from 2014 to now, I could say there are some changes. Have you noticed any changes?
For those of you who don't know, Artist Alley used to be in the back of the exhibit hall. Yeah. It was in the back. It was this whole back section. But now that they moved it downstairs, there are more artists. There are more exhibitors. Artists were allowed to move up into exhibit hall if they were more high end enough. It is more expensive, as I looked it up, but you are in the exhibit hall area instead of, which gives you more space than the cramped downstairs of Artist Alley. There's just a lot of artists, which makes me happy. It's just nice. It's nice if they're willing to talk to you and willing to socialize with their customers of more than just, going around being business people.
Right.
But other than that, it's sorry. It's random. But other than that, it's still Artist Alley. You run around, spend more than half of your money buying cute merchandise and cute buttons of your favorite character. I mostly bought gifts this year for my friends. Not a lot for myself. More gifts I sent off to my friend in Japan and my other friend.
I actually waited in Atlas's line to get my own stuff. I actually got Tori her Jack Frost plush.
I sent it off though. It's not actually mine.
Aww.
So
it was for a friend.
It's a gift. I sent it off to my friend. Oh. So I bought him a Jack Frost plushie and some other. He likes Haru from Persona 5. So I sent him some cute stuff with that.
A very generous hot potato.
Yes, this $45 plushie of Jack Frost, which now I want, now that I've seen it in real life.
$45. It was really expensive over the Atlas booth, but good stuff.
They had really nice merchandise. Shout out to the Atlas booth. They had really nice stuff, even though they all sold out of it by day 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
yes.
I was actually thought about it. I wasn't going to say it, but did you get a chance to go down to the the entertainment hall? And check out those Itasha cars, specifically a Persona 5 one.
It didn't have Yusuke on it.
It didn't?
No, it had Makoto and Akira, the main MC.
Yeah, see, that's the thing I missed out on this year's AX. I've missed out on the entertainment hall. I didn't explore it too much.
Yeah. It is all right.
Yeah, because what I would say is, just brief little coverage of the entertainment hall. I've only been there for about 30 minutes to an hour, so it's not fair for me to say oh, hey, this is what happened. What I'm willing to say is I liked 2016's entertainment hall because it felt more video game because there was a huge screen for video game tournaments. Mm-hmm. Now it just feels like this little display case oh, hey, you could probably visit here are cars.
I mean, I know a lot of cosplayers like to go down there due to the sets. And actually, shout out to our anime club because they had a meet up, I believe, on day 3. I went down there to take a photo with everyone. That was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And I know that they still have some other stuff. I know actually one of the things that tends to be overlooked is the they have a little AX booth down there that shows all the different con shirts from over the years.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really cute. Yeah. And they used to have all the Nandroids down there too, but I don't think they had that this year.
Yeah. What I can say is like with 2016, I like that one more. 2017, it feels relatively a little bit more hollow and whatnot. I do like the cosplay sets. They always do well in that. And we're going to go more into Anisong World Matsuri with Marvin after the break.
If you're enjoying Otaku Hourly, please make sure to check out our merchandise such as the Dio Branto figure, interchangeable with Jonathan Joestar's body. And of course, we also have the Nico Yazawa trash can.
I'm your show host, Jonathan Joestar Beltran. Here with me today in the studio is my co-host,
Donnie K here.
And our crew.
And the ChuniDex.
Marvin, a.k.a. Marth.
I'm Tora.
And I'm Christian Wiseman.
And so, once again, if you're just catching us today, we are talking about Anime Expo, the crew's perspectives. We just went over a first-timer's experience as well as Artist Alley, a little bit about entertainment, the entertainment hall, and albeit a little bit of the exhibit hall too. Now, we're going to get into our boy Marvin, where he's going to be talking about the world-renowned Anisong World Matsuri. Woo! Woo! Go.
Oh, man. Where do I start?
You were pretty hyped about that, man.
I know, because first off, we got 2 days of Anisong World Matsuri this year instead of 1 day last year. Day 0, which was Anisong World Matsuri Japan Kawaii Live, includes their lineup, Cinderella Girls, Wake Up Girls, Valkyrie, and then last but not least, Aqua.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And whoever did coordinate Japan Kawaii Live, I'm pretty sure they saved up Aqua for last because, of course, everyone hyped it up. Like, literally, one of my friends talked about it. They said, like, the crowd level went from Cinderella Girls down here, and then Wake Up Girls, Valkyrie also like around there, and
like
then
in the middle. And
yes,
stuff.
and then Aqua, everyone just like shot up. Exactly.
Yeah.
Donnie
So
K.
I was going to ask if you ran into that shirt salesman.
No,
Oh,
no, I
I'm
did not.
disappointed.
Explain.
Okay,
explain to the
last
audience,
year,
yes.
I attended the Love Live concert, and I just sat next to this guy who's just like, "Oh no, I don't have a light stick. I want to buy a light stick." And then the response is, "Oh well, I'll sell it to you for $60." Oh, I have $40, and then turns to me, I'll sell you my shirt for $20. And then I'm like, no. Oh, come on. And then he goes around just yelling at other people to sell his shirt. And I'm just like, man, I really hope that shirt guy is still around.
No,
He's got his light stick, man.
Yeah.
He's got his light stick.
Speaking of light sticks, or rather pen lights for this case, I actually pre-ordered the limited edition Aqua Los Angeles pen lights.
Wow.
Yes. I only bought one because I'm not going to, well, it's a collector's, but I'm not going to use it for practice.
Right.
Yeah. But however, like after, I guess, during the concert was still going on, I heard they had a surplus of those pen lights. So one of my other friends actually bought it. Actually, she bought 2. So, yeah.
So how was the concert itself? Like, what? Can you tell me about the crowd vibe, what the room looked like, and whatnot?
Oh man, Microsoft Theater. It is a pretty big theater. I've been there like a couple times. Last year, of course, for Anisong World Matsuri, the first year, and this year twice for Japan Kawaii Live, Japan Super Live.
Like, give me an idea. Like, how many seats were there? It was like about 1,000,
man.
5,000, 7,000.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't really
big.
have. Yes,
Too big.
It's probably
Too
like
big.
a concert hall, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, gosh,
basically,
wow.
yes. Basically, think of a concert hall like that. You got orchestra seats. You got people, especially shout out to John O'John's for having VIP seats way up in the front.
Wow.
You got seats, like, I guess, up in the, I'd say, a balcony. So, Japan Kawaii Live, I'm pretty sure it was almost a full house. Roughly almost 7,000 I don't know if it's like, yeah, it's 7,000 seats in total, but more or less around that number. Yes. And man, like looking at like me being in front of like, I guess the stage, or I had orchestra seats, seeing everyone, everyone with their glow sticks, pen lights, like sea of color, you know, is like, wow, it was lit.
Neon.
Get out of here. Marvin, get out of here. You say a pun, get out of here. The call me, please. It's not funny.
Hey. Oh my gosh.
Wait, I do have a question though.
Yes.
So for any song, is it just like cute girl bands, or do they change it up between like actual like bands or two?
Yeah, actually, well, it was of course Kawaii Live. So you got the cute girl bands first day, which was day 0, and day 1. The night of day 1, you got Japan Super Live. You got a whole bunch of other bands. Gardenelia, Alley Project. Yes, Alley Project. Konami Suzuki. She did the opening to ReZero.
Wow.
Yes.
Dang. So how was that concert in particular?
That one. Let's see. Definitely a lot of old school anime fans, especially those who knew about what was that? It's not Vampire Night. No, Rosario, something like that.
Rosario plus Vampire.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. There's that.
We got the ReZero girl.
ReZero, yes. I know a couple of them played Cruel Angel's Thesis.
Oh,
so yeah, it's pretty old school.
Man, I'm glad I didn't go there. I'd be screaming.
Oh no! Speaking of screaming, literally after Kawaii Live, my voice was all meh. Like it got destroyed.
Oh yeah. I mean, Dakota, Christian, and I, when we came up to him, he's like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" I'm like, Marvin, did you go hard?
I had that deep bass.
Yeah. I did.
I actually remember going to Kill la Kill Live a few years ago. My voice was pretty much shot then. I can imagine how much he had cheered throughout on his song.
Oh my god!
Because, well, sure, it had Cinderella Girls, all right. It had Wake Up Girls, which I got into. Walker, actually, everyone hyped it up for the Ikenai Borderline song, and then of course Aqua.
Oh, he got excited there.
Yes.
Must have been quite a workout too.
Yes. Oh man.
Tell us, like, did you get any gains out of that?
I mean, by cycling, yes. Literally.
Marvin lost 5 pounds that day, just jumping up and down, waving his arms around for 3 hours straight.
He burned so many calories.
Exactly.
He summoned the Aztec gods of fitness. He got so many
You know, I remember someone talking about Anisong World Matsuri, the Day Zero concert.
Yes.
And I believe it was around the finale that all Aqua, Cinderella Girls, Wake Up Girls all came in together and sang a song. Tell us more about that.
Actually, they didn't sing a song, but they just like got up in one stage. They were just talking about how it was their first time actually performing here in the States. Like literally their first time. Aqua, Wake Up Girls, Cinderella Girls, yes, and the 2 members from Walker. Oh man, it was amazing, and I bet they'll never be on the same stage again in several years to come. You know, and yeah, it's amazing.
Dang, man. Were the screams super real at that point when they actually all came in? Just a rousing scream that probably everybody's just like, oh my gosh, what are these weeboos screaming about? Goodness gracious.
Yes.
Nice. Is there anything else you want to add in about Anisong World Matsuri?
Oh yeah. One other thing. The voice actress for Yuki from Haruhi Suzumiya, she was there as well. She actually sang Hara Hara Yukai, which is the ending song for season 1. And I totally forgot about her. I was surprised, but of course I had to hype it up. Yeah. And then one more thing. Shout out to John O'Johns for meeting Aqua.
Wow.
Especially Rikako, which is the voice actors for Riko Sakurauchi.
Yeah. Just a little note from John O'Johns. he stared at her pretty hard.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
I swear he was riding the hype train all night.
Yeah, he was. Now, let me go on through this hype train of concerts into Neon District, where it's me, yo boy JoJo, gonna be talking about that.
Hey.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I should be saying this story. All I could really say is, so they had an extra press ticket, and I ran all the way from Lounge 21.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me jump in real quick.
Yes.
So, I was just getting ready to leave because I'm trying to get to this to the Tokyo Ghoul movie premiere.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm telling the people in the press lounge, okay, you guys have a great night because they've been good to us the entire time. Say, hey, are you planning on going to Neon District? I said, I'm not, but I have a friend that might be. I called Jonathan up. He didn't answer his phone at first, so I just blew his phone up and got to redial until he brought himself down to the press box, which.
Yeah.
And you can take the story.
Yeah. And then so I ran all the way from Lounge 21 trying to relax.
Right.
And then now I have this other task where I'm like, oh my gosh, I could get lit in a rave? What? And so I ran all the way from Lounge 21 from the first floor, went up to the second floor with my
third floor.
Man.
Yeah, third floor,
Right.
yes. With like my 10-pound heavy bag. And I came in all sweaty. And I'm like, do you guys have tickets? Yes.
I think he had the audio equipment too, which made it heavier.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Make it 15 pounds. And so I go in there. I basically go into Neon District, which is basically over at the main hall. It could seat about 5,000 people, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, they took out all the chairs. They think of three separate areas. So 2 of them on to the right, to the left, general attendees.
Yeah.
Straight in the middle, premium and press people.
Dude.
Oh my gosh, there was so much room in the premium press people. I actually was thankful that there was room, and there were even seats along there too.
Was the area air conditioned?
Oh yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was.
The main hall was freezing at all times.
Oh yeah. And allow me to say, dude, the general attendee area on the left and right, oh my gosh, they were so lit. I mean, there was actually people dancing in the middle, having their own little mosh pits.
Oh man.
While we can't have pen lights, they actually gave us like little light up rings and whatnot, so that way we could just say what's up, what's up, what's up in the air. And the lineup was perfect. They had Bandvox opening where they actually played Cruel Angel Thesis.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then so he was a great opener just because it could warm up the crowd. Then we get to PA's Lamb System, which honestly it's kind of like your club music where they actually will build it up and then bass drop, build it up, bass drop. And I was around all these people just like, hey, 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 hey. And we were all just dancing like idiots most of the time. Then came, let's see, how can I don't remember his name. Oh, Taku Takanashi. That DJ actually worked on the Panty and Stocking soundtrack. And oh my gosh, he played so many good things. He even did a remix of Porter Robinson's
Shelter?
Yeah, he did that. And
Dude,
everybody just like crowded up and was like, I can't live shelter like you died for me.
Dude.
Man, I still feel it.
It's so good. It's so good.
If I wasn't sick, I want to join in.
Maybe if you could have grabbed a ticket and probably drank yourself some tea, you could have joined me, man.
Oh yeah.
Where's my invite?
I'm sorry. And then later on, I actually went back because I got really dehydrated.
Oh.
And the one who came in next after Taku Takanashi, Teddy Lloyd. Once again, Panty and Stocking Man, and the guy who did the song for Me. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. Oh, dude. There was just, like, in the background, there was just this giant swirling pyramid behind him. And, dude, he could really work a crowd. There was one point where he actually ran across, like to the front of us and started high-fiving everybody.
Yo.
And he was dancing, and of course he played let's see, was it Anarchy? No, it wasn't Anarchy. It was Fly Away from the Panty and Stocking thing. Of course he played Me. Everybody was super lit. We all started hugging each other in the premium press at the premium press area. When it got to the height of Me, I basically screamed, "Dude, I'm so sober. It's so awesome." Yeah, because there were no drugs. I mean, there was alcohol, except I have to pay like about $10 for 1 ounce, so I'm not doing that.
Nobody has time for that.
Nobody has time for that.
And also, I think he was driving me home too.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So I would have killed him.
Yeah. That would have been no bueno, and that means no show.
No show.
No show. and while Donnie K and I know this guy, I actually met up with Thomas. I actually met up with our homeboy Thomas.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's been a while since I heard that name.
Dude.
How's he doing?
Oh, dude, he's doing fantastic. I miss that guy. He was just like, dude, bruh, Neon District. Oh my gosh, it's so lit. Oh.
Okay, so you both were just geeking out.
Yeah.
And just screaming a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, for our listeners, can you tell us a little bit about him?
Oh, Thomas? So he was one of the early guests over at Otaku Hourly, and basically he was kind of like the first guy who said, "Hey guys, so this is the first time I'll ever admit this. I like anime." So he came out of his anime closet. We did it. Otaku Hourly actually was the catalyst for him to be admitted as an otaku.
Go on our Mixcloud, go look for the 7 Deadly Sins episode. I think he was on that.
Yeah, he was. He's a fun guy.
Absolutely.
And so let me just say, Neon District, great. Everybody that I talked to and interviewed all said, we want another Neon District.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'll go this time.
Yes, you should.
I'm praying that Porter Robinson. Robinson.
Everybody's just like, can we get Porter Robinson in there?
Yes.
My gosh, we need him.
He was there in 2015, X2015 with Anamanaguchi.
Right, yeah. If they could do Neon District again, I would love to see Anamanaguchi. I would love to see Porter Robinson and every other DJ in there because, oh my gosh, it really made my night. And so, why don't we segue from concerts into movie premieres? Specifically, Dakota will be giving us one movie that he absolutely loves.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
I'm actually really excited to do this. For people who are not too familiar with me, I'm the ChuniDex. I tend to do a lot of the reporting from behind the scenes, but today I'm on the front lines talking about In This Corner of the World.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Dude. Go.
Absolutely. I'm going to do my best not to spoil the movie, but and perhaps we'll talk about this more extensively another day. But,
right.
I just want to kind of give a bit of a brief summary. So, the movie is basically about a woman named Suzu who attempts to adapt to a new life as she endures a marriage not chosen for herself in an era wrought with war. This unusual story looks at the Japanese side of World War II from the perspective of a woman from Hiroshima. Mm-hmm. So, this film was definitely, it is definitely one of those films that perhaps got a little overshadowed by Your Name, which I do love this film, but this also came out in 2016.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I definitely have to say when I was in there, it was actually kind of interesting to get into the press room. You were with me and JoJo, and we were actually, even as press, we were concerned about if we could actually get into the room.
Yeah.
And at first they were like, "No, you can't get in," and then they're like, "Okay, you can line up to the back of the wall."
Yeah.
And then they're basically like, "Oh, you can get seats."
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Marvin was with us too.
Yeah, I came in like about 45 to 30 minutes. I was going through that situation, and then you guys came in later.
Oh, yeah.
But enough about us. Talk about the movie, Dakota.
Absolutely. So I will say the attention to detail in this film is amazing. It's been in production since 2010. It took them 7 years to gather all the information which they could, and they even went into as much detail as not only trying to figure out everybody who lived in Hiroshima, also trying to figure out the buildings that were present, exactly what they looked like. the precise weather that occurred every single day within the movie, as well as the temperature. And being able to listen to... there was actually a panel right after the movie where the director and producer were answering a lot of... answering a lot of these questions we had about the film. And about all this process. I believe, if I recall correctly, they collaborated with I believe she was 86-year-old woman.
She worked. They worked with the mangaka of the original work.
Yeah, her as well. Yes. Actually, let me see if I can get the name. The mangaka. Fumio Kono. She. The other thing that I actually really have to give them credit for is that they managed to maintain her art style as well and her character design. So despite the fact that the movie was very realistic to what the conditions were like back then, they also wanted to stay true to the original source material.
Right.
So it definitely had an air of authenticity, both in the sense of the source material, but also just the world in which they constructed, the amount of detail. They would even have people who, when they were interviewing this 86-year-old woman who was there and in Hiroshima, they would even ask her about like the different places in which she would visit, and she would say, "Oh, that sidewalk isn't quite correct. There's actually a rail there. I actually remember lying against it." And so there was just kind of a captured feeling of nostalgia for, and not only people who were there who perhaps may still be alive, who were children, but also.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I actually would like to add in where this movie, it answers something that I haven't actually thought about in history, where we all know what happened in Hiroshima.
Yeah.
Like, we all know about the bomb. What was Hiroshima like before that? Because there were barely any sort of photographs, testimonies, any living testimonies per se about it. So it was just a matter of trying to show that not only in the original manga, also showing it in film as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
And I think for me, this movie, Marvin, Dakota, and I, we watched it together, and this film actually did destroy me. It, like, not in a good way.
Yes.
In a really good way.
Absolutely. I was in tears. I was probably sobbing for 10 minutes straight. That is not an exaggeration. It was very difficult for me to get through, but it was a beautifully constructed film. I loved it.
Yeah, allow me to say this movie was like, how should I say this? A good majority of it is basically like a slice of life comedy. And take it as you will, it feels as if these little slice of life moments are just happening, and you enjoy like the family rural aspect of Suzu's life, where she would try to make porridge, she would try to accommodate for her guests and her sister-in-law and whatnot. And they're all really charming, especially Suzu, where she's kind of like the country derp and whatnot. She's so airheaded.
Yes.
And we see that being challenged and actually being the catalyst of her change during the process of World War II, where the comedy still is there. It's only when the bombing actually did happen that we see her pride in her country, as well as her own demeanor go into a 180.
Yeah.
Well, definitely one of the big themes is like the idea that the first half of the movie was, actually sort of organized like a series of short vignettes where they would have a bit of an overarching plot, maybe, and then they would end, and it would kind of move on to another part of her life.
Right.
So it's kind of curious story structure, but at the same time, it also sort of represents this, the sense of dreamlike state. They actually mentioned in the movie, like, she sort of was living her life as a dream. She didn't necessarily... She did not have a lot of choice in her circumstances. She was forcibly married off. She had to adapt to a life that was not chosen for her. And then the war sort of shattered that dreamlike state and became much more serialized after that. The rest of the movie took off.
Right.
It really explored a lot of themes of war, grief, palette everyday life, love and relationships, sexism, freedom, maturing, loss of innocence, and sacrifice.
Right. And what I can say is the movie will be show will be aired sometime this year in the summer, and we'll get into Donnie K's segment as a 10-year veteran of AX right after the break.
Hi, Otaku Hourly. This is Makoto Ryugamine. I hope you're really enjoying what you're hearing. I gotta go. Somebody's chasing me.
I'm your show host, Jonathan Joestar Beltran. Here with me today in the studio is my crew.
Donnie K here.
The ChuniDex.
Marvin, a.k.a. Marth.
I'm Tora.
And I'm Christian Wiseman.
And so, we have one piece of coverage left. Donnie K, you came in as a 10-year vet over at Anime Expo.
I guess.
Yeah.
Does the time actually mean anything?
You oldie,
Yes.
tell us. So, because you've been to AX longer, what did you think of Anime Expo 2017?
Just in general, it was really chill. Not much actually happened. Nothing exciting like Haterade. I got to meet some people, got to go to some panels. LineCon wasn't that bad. Then again, I think it's because I would go wait in line for an hour and a half beforehand. Gotten just fine. LineCon wasn't a big deal. Don't know about day 0. That kind of flew by in like 15 minutes.
And like, what was Anime Expo like in 2007 and 2010? Because most of us only came to Anime Expo in around 2014.
I mean, like in the dealer's hall, there would be high traffic up front like it is still, but in the back it was also high traffic because of Artist Alley. I'm happy it got moved down to a parking garage, but I'm even more impressed that the air was fresh and unlike last year.
Yeah.
The early years for Anime Expo, was it back in Anaheim?
That's even older. Just because,
really?
like, I started in 2007, which was the Long Beach
Right,
Convention Center right
It was
now.
over at Long Beach.
Anaheim.
The Anaheim Convention Center was like very, very, very like beginnings of it, and then moved to Long Beach, and then moved to the LA Convention Center.
I
Yeah,
see.
it was a size issue.
Yeah.
Do you actually remember when they moved over to the LA Convention Center?
2008, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The next
10
year.
years of 10 years of the what is that thing called? LA Convention Center.
So, like, what do you? I remember you saying that it was pretty chill compared to the exciting, exhilarating moments of like the past and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, what made those past years exciting, or rather exhilarating? compared
One
to this
is
one?
like, I think it's because I was, part of it is my fault. I feel like I was too efficient. I got into lines. I didn't have to wait and deal with people. I went through shortcuts, so I didn't have to go through that claustrophobic hallway leading from West to South Hall.
Yeah.
What else happened? I did my shopping, go back to the hotel, watch the anime I bought. It's just, it was a chill day. I didn't actually have to do much. The other part of it was I actually didn't travel alone like I did for the past few years. Like, I actually had a party, hang out with people.
Ooh, nice.
People slow you down, but at the same time, company's great.
Yeah.
Did you buy any mystery anime this year?
What, a blind buy?
Yeah.
I got like the Unbreakable Machine Doll or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I just looked at it and said, I like steampunk, and then bought this for like $25. So I'm going to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're getting to the segment of 1-minute experiences. And the name implies it's basically story time / the Haterade incident. So I'm going to start it off with Donnie K again. You're usually the purveyor of stories. You got a minute. Go.
Yeah, okay. Since it was a boring year, all I had was a heart-to-heart with the Don Machi people while I was waiting for autograph. I know, for the author to autograph my book. We played cards and talked about the plot. And I'm like, wow, this is like the community online when you go on forums and talk about your favorite book, except it's for reals. It's been a while since that happened.
Wow, nice. Then we'll go to the ChuniDex.
All right, so basically we started off doing press conferences for about 6 hours. That was quite an experience. Then a little bit of LineCon, not nearly as much as everyone else.
Yeah.
Next day, some dealers hall, got on the Atlas line immediately. Head over to Persona 5, had them banter. That was a lot of fun seeing the voice actors. Then moving on, next day, we covered some movie premieres. We dealt some with all different kinds of press interviews, did some demos, just a whole lot of fun.
Got it. Marvin.
All right, concerts, cosplay pictures. I was salty that I didn't get to the aqua panel.
Yeah.
But the same day, when I was walking toward the it's called the press lounge, I saw them. Legit, I saw them. I saw Aqua, but I couldn't take pictures because Zach from Donkey Press stopped me and saying that the manager was there, and they're like really strict on the pictures.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I didn't want to risk anything, but I saw them. They were signing those cardboard cutouts of their characters. Oh my gosh. Yes. I literally resisted.
Oh, dude. Don't worry. We'll get there. We're gonna get there. Tori.
Sitting on Facebook watching your friends have fun. Sitting on Facebook watching your friends have fun. and then finally going to the convention with my dad, and I walked around with my friend Emma the entire day because I haven't seen her in like 2 years. And we went through Artist Alley, and we both like to play Tales of the Abyss, which is a Tales game. And our favorite character is Jade, who is this 35-year-old snarky guy. We love him. We went to this artist, and we're like, hey, we like these Jade keychains, and we both want to buy one. And then the guy's like, some guy came by yesterday and bought the entire stock. I don't know why. And we were just standing there like, oh. But he was funny. That was pretty great. LineCon sucked. Anime Expo needs to fix that really badly.
Yes.
And then I went home and then saw all my friends on Facebook having fun again.
Okay, two things. Cuteness overload of lemon and sugar. Oh my god, they're so cute and amazing. I wanted to hug them.
Diabetes.
Yes, diabetes right there. Also, My Hero Academia panel.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Two things happened. So they had a huge rock, paper, scissors war to try to get some prizes, some drawings that were done by the head animator of the show, and also one that was badly done by Chris Sabat, but we got enough anyway. Winner ended up being an All Might, actually. There was the point when they asked what the favorite character was. There was a huge riot because Lauren from Funimation had said her favorite one was Mineta, and everybody started going icy. Everybody started going icy, hot, or frothy. And so it was nearly a riot in there. She did all the crowd, but it was a lot of fun. Plus Ultra.
For me, my quick little 30-second segment was after we watched In This Corner of the World, we saw a Love Life mosh pit going on and stuff. Marvin, oh my gosh, you were working it out. And
Were you actually there?
Yes, I was there. I was finally there.
I saw that and I was like, $5, Marvin's there.
No, literally, call it from Anime Club.
I should have went, Emma, hey, I bet you $5. My Love Life friends over there. And I was like, nah, we avoided it like the plague.
He was there. And I'm your show host, Jonathan Joestar Beltran. With me today is my co-host,
Donnie K.
My crew.
Marvin, a.k.a. Marth.
I'm Tora.
And I'm Christian Wiseman.
We'll see you all in the next week. Peace out, guys. Oni-chan's always watching.